Black Clover had an insane 1.5 year time skip, and every single Black Ball underwent intense training to surpass their limits. They've become the strongest squad in the entire world. But how exactly did they pull this off? Well, today, I'll break down every new prowess.
This is exactly what I've been waiting for. This is exactly what I've been waiting for.
I just had the craziest dream, and you were in it.
Speaking of dreams, Magna had one of his own. He believed himself to be a nobody loser who didn't contribute anything to the story until he threw hands with Dante. Bro was even denied rune training by the Heart Kingdom. But Magna's story has always been about insecurities, believing himself not to be good enough. But he was able to create a spell that allowed him to be even a supreme devil user with Soul Chain Deathmatch. The chain evenly splits the total magic power between the two, and since the chain is made from their souls, even if both participants exhaust their magic power, the chain will continue to bind them together, and if the opponent attempts to pull out or break the chain, they will go insane. So through grit and pure aura, Magna created one of the best Black Clover fights of all time. He was 500 times weaker than Lucifer or Dante, and he still won, and he can do this against anyone to win, including Lucius. With Asta's anti-magic being shared to him, he becomes even stronger during Judgment Day. Damnatio had countered his chain deathmatch by destroying it before it lands, but Asta's anti-magic makes this a undefendable homing missile. As a result, he beats a Lucius clone, and it wouldn't have been possible without the help of his partner in crime,
the most violent, the most diabolical, the most dangerous, a beast slayer, a conqueror's conqueror, the goat of all goats,
Luck. Just like Magna, Luck had gone through extensive training, learning from Gaja to learn true lightning magic. Remember, the Heart Kingdom's magic is slightly different from the Clover Kingdom, and this is due to the existence of natural magic. Lola Pachika describes the Clover Kingdom as abandoning natural mana in favor of developing new magic types, such as spatial, painting, light, and trap magic, whereas the Heart Kingdom, it has the 5 natural elements. You might see this as a downside, considering that they're very limited in what sort of feats they can pull off, but they were able to bring those 5 elements to their maximum potential. This has allowed them to create a unique technique known as Mana Method, which allows the Heart Kingdom's basic, everyday NPC citizens to channel the kingdom's natural mana. This advanced training is given to Noelle, Finral, Luck, and Charmy, which they apply to their magic over time. So keep that in mind when I explain their power-ups as well. Luck then defeated a devil host, making him close to vice captain in power level. He created several layers of magic arrays that turn him into a lightning bolt, and he pierces through Savenkin's defense. But the peak of Mana Method is Luck's true lightning magic, resulting in a strength that far exceeds what a mage can produce by themselves. When Noelle pleads with Patry to train them, Luck and the others echo her resolve to become stronger, and Patry agrees to teach them the elves' ultimate magic. Patry then takes them to the Dryad, who trains them to attain it. With this power, he's able to test out his lightning battle fiend spell, decimating hordes of low-ranking devils. But even this insane power can be altered by Asta's anti-magic, transforming into Black Lightning, where Luck exceeds the strength feats of captains like Jack. Luck draws the attention of a Lucius clone because my man destroyed 8 guardian angels. Magna ambushes the clone with a fireball before it can interfere. The anti-magic in Magna's attack, it allows it to connect despite the clone's attempt to block it. He activates Soul Chain Tag Deathmatch with Magna and Luck against Lucius and a guardian angel, and after immediately disposing of the fodder, the two battle the clone using their anti-magic. Lucius then plans to outlast them, but the two combine to annihilate him, like literally no diff, and Magna's chain deathmatch is so clutch because even if someone like Lucius is 2,000 times stronger than them, it doesn't matter. That attitude continues with Zora, who also got rejected by the Heart Kingdom for their training. But his stocks went way up after his training in preparation for the Spade Kingdom War. He got way stronger. Bro was able to block a attack from Lucifer himself and send it right back at him at double the strength. I mean, this feat is reaching what some of the captains did. Don't forget that one full power punch from Lucifer was stated to be certain death for all characters with the exception of Asta. So this moment is huge because Zora is a peasant rejected by nobility, and now he's outsmarting the king of devils. But against Damnatio, he's basically face to face with everything he despises. A royal blindly enforcing laws that crush the weak whilst protecting the corrupt. And yet, Zora uses trap mechanics to stall Damnatio's divine judgment, using the same strategy he did against Lucifer, which works the first time but fails after due to the inconceivable power gap. That's when Asta's anti-magic granted another power-up. In chapter 337, we see Zora working with the other Black Bulls to trap Lucius, and he utterly gets defeated. So this proves that although his trap magic requires setup and runes, Zora is one of the best strategists out there to help the Black Bulls outmaneuver even the strongest. But now it's time to talk about everyone's favorite Uber, Finral. He's constantly getting stronger. I mean, my guy helped with Xenon. Finral increases his speed, and with his brother Langris, they carve through his torso. It's heavily implied they can fuse their powers for a reality warping spatial nuke. Langris provides destructive force, and Finral guides it across space with pinpoint accuracy. Like, think about it. Together, they could theoretically rival or even surpass Xenon's spatial hacks here, who previously required same stage attacks to overcome. They even pierced Xenon's torso mid-attack. Like, sure, they got folded 2 seconds later, but that moment showed Finral wasn't just a taxi anymore. Not to mention, he's the only reason Asta was able to come back. Whilst everyone was grieving over him, Finral never stopped searching. Whilst the other Black Bulls fought tooth and nail to stop Damnatio, it's Finral who looks tirelessly for Asta and eventually finds him in the land of Rising Sun. So with the help of the Door of Destiny, which was so powerful, it opened a portal from the other side of the world. That's cross-continental teleportation, bro. No one else in the Clover Kingdom could have done that. Finral basically did a Paladin Supreme Devil bar level feat. So with Asta's anti-magic buff, Finral can combine anti-magic spatial nukes with instant teleportation to kill any opponent within a split second. But let's explain the last two members of the Black Bulls at the same time, being Gordon and Henry. These two are pretty much intrinsically linked together, as Gordon descends from a long lineage of cursed magic users, and Henry, well, he's cursed. They both embody the heart and soul of the Black Bulls' core theme: found family and acceptance of the rejected. Gordon was raised to spread poison, which can be very effective as it instantly kills plants, meaning a dude like Gordon can beat Mimosa or be effective against someone like Captain Charlotte. Poison also defeated Asta pretty quick if it wasn't for his anti-magic absorbing away its status effects. However, Gordon, he wanted to upgrade his magic into something else, choosing empathy instead. He learned healing magic and broke away from his family's legacy through compassion. Meanwhile, Henry, cursed to drain mana and isolated for years, he became the literal home of the Black Bulls, sacrificing his body to protect the only people who accepted him. Together, they represent how even the strangest members of society have value, by offering unseen strength and love that holds the entire squad together. So to get stronger, Gordon traveled home to learn about more devils and curses from his family, where his dad Nathan reveals that he's been using his research to ultimately cure curses via treatment. So in just 6 months, Gordon was able able to learn how to modify his poison magic, turning it into medicine that can boost his allies' abilities. So during the Spade Kingdom raid and the Black Bulls fight with Morris, Gordon touches Henry and uses Cursed Worker's neighbor to alter Henry's curse, allowing him to target a specific person to drain. With this, he is able to drain Morris's magic power and use it to reinforce the base, where it whacks him straight in the face like he deserves. Henry's recombination magic has come in clutch many times and has to be appreciated. He can disassemble and reassemble the Black Bull base. Like, battle forms include multiple arms for melee combat, hidden compartments for trap setups, cannon-like limbs that launch attacks, and it has extreme durability, absorbing incoming magic. The form basically allows him to protect the entire squad and reposition them during battle, essentially turning Henry into a hybrid of a tank, support, and transportation all into one. Now, in the final arc, Henry unlocks his strongest form. It's called the Ultra Giant Black Bull. Henry combines the entire base into this gigantic black magic robot bull, far bigger and more powerful than anything we've seen. It has beam firing cannons and a central cockpit for allies. So in the Lucifero fight, Henry uses this massive form to punch his manifestation to delay it. No one else could do something like that to something so big until Asta got the job done. Later, Gordon and Henry, they transferred Damnatio scale magic onto Henry, allowing his body to neutralize powerful magic, which they can do against any opponent. This clever combo of course bought them a few seconds, but against someone that's 2,000 times stronger than them, obviously it's not going to work. Asta then busts them, where eventually we see the Megazord Henry creates, and guess what? Henry's Megazord actually destroys a Lucius clone, people. Now, if you want to enjoy more peak Black Clover content, especially the latest chapters that just came out, watch my video regarding Asta's final fight before becoming Wizard King that's on your screen right now.